For 200 years, every ship that touched the surface of Rack 7 vanished. No signal, no escape, no survivors. The galaxy called it the Death Planet. No one returned from it. No one even dared fly near. But fate played a cruel game with Captain Leo Grant. His cargo ship, Iron Hope, shook like a dying beast as it fell through the thick green clouds of Rax 7. Alarms screamed in his ears. Sparks flew from broken wires. The floor shook under his boots. Lights flashed red, warning of engine failure, gravity control loss, total system crash. "We are going down," the ship's computer warned. "Impact in 10 seconds. Leo pulled tight his crash harness. His heart pounded. Where was his crew? The voices of his friends, his engineers, his pilot, all silent. No one answered the comm. Were they dead, or already lost to this cursed planet? The ship smashed into the ground with a roar. Metal bent and broke. Flames lit the darkness outside. Then, silence. Heavy, thick silence. Leo opened his eyes. His head ached. Blood ran down his face. The air inside the ship was thin, poisoned by smoke. He pulled off his harness and staggered to the hatch. The lights were dying. Oxygen was low. His suit's air tank showed only 30 minutes left. He had to get out. With a shaking hand, he opened the outer door. Cold air rushed in. The sky was dark green, full of strange clouds. The land was black rock, cracked and lifeless. No trees, no water, only silence. But something was wrong. The ground was covered with metal, broken parts, wreckage. Leo stepped forward and gasped. All around him were the remains of alien ships, hundreds of them. Burned, crushed, broken into pieces. Ships from every corner of the galaxy. Old human ships, Zarnax hunters, Creel traders, even the great Varlock war cruisers. All of them dead, like bones in a graveyard. It was the graveyard of ships. Leo's mind raced. These ships had been missing for decades. They were legends, lost forever. But here they were, all here. Trapped on this cursed world. "Where is my crew?" he whispered. A soft sound came from the rocks. Leo spun around. His hand grabbed the emergency pistol from his belt. He aimed at the shadows. Something was there. Watching, he heard breathing. Fast, soft breathing. Not a machine. Not an alien. Something familiar. A human. From behind the broken wing of an old fighter ship, a figure stepped out. It was a woman. Her hair was wild and dirty. Her clothes torn. Her eyes wide with fear and fire. She held an alien rifle stolen from some dead creature. "Stay back," she hissed. "They see everything here. If you make noise, they'll come." Leo lowered his pistol slowly. "Who are you? How are you alive?" The woman glanced at the sky, nervous. "No time. They hear, they watch, move. Now." She turned and ran between the wrecks. Leo had no choice. He followed her, slipping on the black rocks, coughing from the poison air. They stopped under the shadow of a broken Zarnax scout ship. She looked at him with sharp, bright eyes. "Name?" "Leo Grant. Captain of Iron Hope." "You?" "Ava Torres. Engineer. Crash-landed 10 years ago." Leo stared. "Impossible. No human ever survived here. You should be dead." She laughed softly, bitterly. "I should be, but this planet, then it plays with you, it keeps you alive. Sometimes to watch, to learn, to kill later." A chill ran down Leo's back. "What is this place?" Ava pointed to the ground. "The planet is alive. Not life like animals or plants, something else. The whole world is one giant machine. Old, angry, waiting. No ship can escape. Gravity traps them. Engines fail. Systems break. You are caught. Forever." Leo felt fear in his chest. A whole world that kills. A trap made by some lost race, long dead, still hunting any who came close. "I saw your ship fall," Ava whispered. "You're lucky. Some die on impact. Some are taken before they even wake up." What takes them? Leo asked. Ava looked up at the cliffs above. In the shadows, shapes moved. Big shapes. Metal. Alive. They do, she said. Leo's hands felt cold on his pistol. We can't stay here, Ava said. They will smell the fire from your ship. Soon they will come to feed. We have to move to the caves. Now. Leo's mind raced. His crew, where were they? Maybe still alive? Maybe prisoners of this evil world. I have to find my crew, he said. Ava shook her head. Forget them. If they survived the crash, the planet has them now. Or worse. She grabbed his arm. Survive first, then fight or die like the others. He looked into her eyes. There was truth there. Pain, but also strength. She had survived for 10 years alone. That meant something. Okay, Leo said. Show me the way. They ran into the dark rocks away from the fire and smoke. Above them the shadows moved, silent and watching. The death planet had claimed many. But this time, maybe it had found the wrong humans to trap. Captain Leo Grant followed Ava across the cracked black rocks. Every step felt dangerous. The ground was sharp, broken like glass. Strange lights blinked under the surface, red, green, blue. It was like the planet itself was watching. We stay low, Ava whispered. No talking, no loud steps. They hear everything. Leo glanced behind. Smoke from the wreck of Iron Hope rose into the green sky. It was a signal to every hunter on this cursed world. They would come soon. Ava pointed ahead. This way, through the graveyard. Leo gasped as they climbed over a hill. What he saw froze his heart. For miles and miles, broken ships lay like bones. Small fighter crafts, giant cargo haulers, sleek alien warships, all crushed, smashed, torn apart. Ships from every corner of the galaxy. Some Leo knew from old reports. Some were so old they were only spoken of in legend. This is impossible, he whispered. Ava laughed softly. No, Captain. This is Vrac 7. All lost ships end here. You are just the newest guest. Leo walked carefully between the wrecks. A human military destroyer, the Valor, lay in 2 pieces, its old Earth flag still burned on the hull. Beside it, a Creel war cruiser covered in rust and acid burns. In the distance, the skeleton of a giant Varlock dreadnought stood like a broken tower. Thousands of ships, Leo said. How many? No one knows. The death planet has fed for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. Longer, maybe. Ava touched the hull of an old scout craft. I crashed here 10 years ago. My ship still rests there. She pointed to a broken freighter half buried in the black sand. Leo stared. How did you live? Food? Water? Ava smiled. The ships are full of supplies, weapons, air tanks, but I move only at night or when the sky storms. Otherwise, they see you, the machines. Leo shivered. What are they? She went silent. Her face turned pale. They come when you touch the wrong things. The planet controls them. Made from old ship parts, from bodies, from everything. They are the guardians, and they never sleep. A soft noise made them freeze. Clink, clink, clink. Leo turned slowly. A shape moved behind a burned alien cruiser. Tall, thin, metal shining. Long arms like knives. It sniffed the air with strange sensors. Run! Ava hissed. They ducked low, crawling between 2 smashed ships. The metal guardian moved closer, searching. Its red eyes flashed. Leo held his breath. The thing stood still for a long moment, then turned away, walking slowly toward the smoke of Iron Hope. New food for them, Ava whispered. Your crew. If they survived, the machines will hunt them. Pain stabbed Leo's chest. His crew, his friends. Were they alive, or already taken by these monsters? He had to find them. We will find them, Ava said quietly, reading his face. But first you must understand this place. See everything. Then fight. Not before. She led him deeper into the graveyard. They passed strange things. A giant alien engine covered in vines. A cockpit filled with old bones. A strange glowing crystal from a forgotten race. All dead. All forgotten. But then Leo stopped. Footprints. Human boots. Fresh. Ava saw them too. Her eyes went wide. No. This can't be. Leo bent down. The prints were real, made by heavy human boots, not old, not worn by time. New. Someone else survived the crash, Leo said. Ava shook her head. Impossible. You and I are the only ones. The planet does not let others live. Leo stood up. His heart raced. Maybe this time. It made a mistake. The prints led toward the cliffs to the east. Dark caves opened there like open mouths. Strange sounds echoed from inside. Metal scraping, soft humming. We can follow them, Leo said. Ava grabbed his arm hard. No. Those caves are death. The machines sleep there. Anyone who goes in does not return. Leo looked at the prints. But maybe my crew is there. I can't leave them. Ava stared at him. Her eyes were sad. This is how the planet tricks you. Hope. It makes you hope so you make mistakes. You die faster that way. But Leo shook his head. I have to know. Even if it's a trap. Even if it kills me. Ava watched him for a long moment. Then she sighed. Humans. Always full of madness and courage. She loaded her stolen alien rifle. Fine. We go. But only if we move at night, when the planet's eye closes, when the machines are slow. Leo nodded. He could wait. But inside, his mind burned. If someone from Iron Hope was alive, he had to save them. The Death Planet had trapped him here. But now, maybe the planet would learn that humans were the wrong enemy to catch. In the distance, the ground shook softly. A low sound, like metal breathing, filled the air. The planet knew they were here. And it was waking. Night came fast on Vrac 7. The green sky turned black. Strange stars burned above. The wind whispered like voices, speaking in a language no one could understand. Leo Grant stood beside Ava, staring at the fresh footprints in the dust. Are you sure someone else is alive? Leo whispered. Ava checked the dirt carefully. Yes. These are human. Not old. Maybe a few hours fresh, but that's impossible. You were the only new ship to fall in years. Maybe my crew, Leo said, his heart filled with new hope. Maybe they escaped the crash. Ava shook her head. I don't like this. The planet, it plays tricks, makes you see things, makes you hear things. Sometimes it makes you believe something is there, when it is not. Leo frowned. But footprints can't be fake. Ava stared at the dark caves in the cliffs ahead. No, footprints can't. But who made them? That is the real danger. Slowly they moved toward the cliffs. The graveyard of ships stood silent behind them. No machine guardians followed. Not yet. But the planet was watching. Leo could feel it in the air, like cold, fingers on the back of his neck. A low hum filled the rocks. The ground vibrated slightly. The caves ahead opened like mouths. Dark, deep, silent. Ava raised her alien rifle. Stay close. No sounds. No lights. They crept inside. The cave was wider than Leo expected. Old ship parts hung from the walls. Wires, broken computers, scraps of metal. The planet had sucked these things underground over the years. This was no natural cave. It was built, or grown. A soft light appeared ahead. Leo crouched low. Someone was there. A shadow moved in the glow. A human shape. Sitting by a small fire made of broken circuit boards. Ava pulled Leo behind a rock. Her face was white with fear. That's impossible, she whispered. I know him. Leo looked closer. It was a man, thin, dirty, his face pale and scarred, but human and alive. Who is he? Leo asked. Ava swallowed hard. His name is Ellis. He crashed here 6 years ago. I saw him die. Leo stared in shock. You saw him die? She nodded. He was taken by the machines. I saw them cut him apart. He screamed, and then was gone. The man by the fire turned suddenly. His eyes glowed faint blue. He sniffed the air like an animal. He is not human anymore, Ava said softly. Not fully. Leo felt fear in his chest. The man stood up, holding a strange tool, a mix of human and alien technology. His body moved stiffly, like parts of him were no longer flesh. Who's there? The man said in a rough, broken voice. I smell humans. New humans. Leo stepped out carefully, his pistol ready. We're not enemies. My name is Captain Leo Grant. This is Ava Torres. We're human, like you. The man laughed. A strange, empty sound. Like me? No, not like me. I'm something else now. The planet changed me, made me better, stronger. I see everything now, hear its thoughts. Ava aimed her rifle. Ellis, you're sick. The planet has poisoned your mind. Come with us. Fight it. Ellis smiled. His teeth were sharp, broken. No escape, no fight. The planet is life. The planet is master. You will see too. Soon. Leo's stomach turned. This was what the planet did to survivors. It kept them alive, but only to twist them, change them into slaves. We want to find my crew, Leo said, slowly. They crashed with me. Are they here? Ellis tilted his head. His blue eyes glowed brighter. Yes. Some survived, but not for long. Machines took them. Into the deep tunnels. They will become part of the planet. Like me. Where? Leo asked quickly. Where are they? Ellis smiled wider. Down. Below. The machine heart calls to them. To all of us. You will join them. You will understand soon. A soft clicking sound filled the cave. Ava gasped. Leo! Behind us. Leo turned fast. Metal figures stood at the cave entrance. Guardians. Tall, thin, sharp, made from ship parts, bone, and wire. Their red eyes burned like fire. Ellis laughed. The planet knows you're here. It sent its children. No escape now. Leo grabbed Ava's arm. Run! They sprinted deeper into the cave. Behind them, the machines followed. Silent, fast, deadly. Their metal claws scratched the walls. Their eyes lit the dark tunnels. Where does this lead? Leo shouted. Ava gasped for breath. To the old tunnels. Maybe to the machine heart itself. It's the only way. Ellis's voice echoed behind them. Run, humans. Run to your fate. The planet is waiting for you. The tunnel sloped down, deeper into the earth. Strange lights blinked in the walls. Pipes pumped green gas. The air grew warm, heavy with strange smells. Oil, metal, blood. Leo's heart pounded. His crew was alive. Maybe. But they were prisoners of this living world. And now, so was he. But one thing was clear. This death planet had never met humans, like him and Ava before. Captain Leo Grant ran through the dark tunnels. Ava was close behind him. Their footsteps echoed in the metal cave. The walls around them pulsed like they were alive. Soft lights flickered and faded in strange patterns. Behind them, the machines followed. Silent, fast, hungry. Leo could feel the vibrations in the floor. The planet was awake now. It knew they were here, and it wanted them. Ava grabbed Leo's arm, pulling him toward a side passage. This way, I know a place to hide. They turned sharply, slipping into a narrow tunnel filled with broken wires and old computer parts. The machines ran past the opening, their sharp metal claws scraping the walls. Their red eyes glowed in the dark, searching. Leo held his breath. Ava pressed a finger to her lips. Quiet. They listen. Always. For long minutes they stood still, waiting. The only sound was the soft hum of the living walls. Then the machines moved away, deeper into the caves. Ava let out a shaky breath. That was close. Too close. Leo wiped sweat from his face. How do you know these tunnels so well? She gave a tired smile. 10 years here, Captain. I learned. The planet moves, changes. But some places stay safe. For a little while. Leo looked at the strange walls. They were covered in patterns, lines, symbols, circles. Not human, not alien, something older. What is this place? He asked softly. Ava touched the wall gently. This is the old machine city, the heart of Rack 7, built by something long dead. Now the planet controls it, uses it. The machines are born here, grown from ship parts. And people. Leo shivered. My crew. They're here? Ava nodded. If they live, the machines, keep them here. The planet likes to learn, study, break them like it tried to break me. Leo clenched his fists. I won't let that happen. A sound made them freeze, footsteps, soft, human. A shadow moved at the end of the tunnel. Ava raised her rifle fast. Stop! Show yourself! A figure stepped out. It was a man, dirty, tired, face covered in ash, but human. Leo gasped. Jensen! Chief Engineer Jensen. The man blinked, confused. Captain? Is that really you? Leo rushed forward, grabbing his old friend. You're alive. How did you escape? Jensen coughed, holding his side. Not many of us made it. The crash. The machines came fast. Took most of the crew. I ran, hid in the tunnels. Thought I'd die here. Ava stared at him sharply. Are you real? Not like Ellis? Jensen shook his head. I'm real, human, not one of them, I swear. Leo smiled. For the first time, real hope filled his chest. Where are the others? Are they alive? Jensen's face darkened. Some... Yes, the machines took them to the lower levels, to the machine heart. I saw them dragged down, still alive, but not for long. We have to save them, Leo said. Jensen grabbed his arm. Captain, you don't understand. The machine heart is alive. It controls everything. The gravity, the machines, the traps. If we go there, we might never return. Ava stepped forward. I've seen the edge of the heart. Never dared to go in. It's death. Pure death. Leo looked at both of them, his jaw tight, his eyes burning. I came here by accident, but now I stay by choice. We're humans. We fight. We don't give up. If the machine heart is the brain of this monster planet, then that's where we strike. Ava stared at him. You want to attack the heart? No one's ever done that. No one survived. Leo smiled coldly. Then maybe it's time someone tried. Jensen coughed weakly. There's a way in, an old maintenance shaft. The machines don't use it much, but it's dangerous, traps everywhere. Show us, Leo said. We'll make this planet regret pulling us from the sky. Suddenly, a low sound filled the air, a voice, whispering, speaking inside their heads. Human, you cannot win. You belong to me now, Leo gasped, holding his head. The voice was strong, full of power, like a god speaking from below. Ava gritted her teeth. The planet knows. It's awake. It speaks to all who come here, right before it kills them. Jensen groaned. We have to move now before the machines return. They hurried down the tunnel. The walls around them glowed softly, red warning lights. The planet was sending its children. They reached an old hatch, covered in rust, half buried in stone. This is it, Jensen said. The shaft to the heart. Leo grabbed the wheel, pulling hard. The hatch creaked open. Hot air blasted out, smelling of oil, acid, and death. Below was darkness. Endless darkness. Ava checked her rifle. If we go in there, we may not come back. Leo smiled. Then let's make this the last fight this planet ever sees. They climbed down into the black. Behind them, in the tunnels, the sound of machines filled the air. The silent enemy was awake. Captain Leo Grant sat in the pilot's seat, staring at the dark stars outside the shuttle window. The broken crew sat quietly behind him, silent, tired, but alive. They had escaped Vrac 7. But now they were alone in deep space. Jensen worked at the old, damaged communication panel. Sparks jumped as he connected wires from different alien parts. His face was pale. His hands shook. But he didn't stop. "I can fix this," Jensen muttered. "I just need a few more minutes." Ava stood behind him, holding an alien power cell like a bomb. "If this burns out, the whole system might blow, including us. We have no choice," Jensen whispered. Commander Blake sat near the crew, holding her arm where a machine had cut her. "If no one hears us, if no one comes, we'll die out here." Leo turned. His voice was calm but strong. "Someone will hear. Humans always answer a call for help. Always." The screen blinked, weak light flashing. "Signal ready," Jensen said. "One message, then the power's gone for good." Leo leaned over the panel. He thought of his crew, of Earth, of every ship that had crashed on that cursed planet. And he spoke. "This is Captain Leo Grant of the Earthship Falcon's Pride. We have escaped the death planet Vrac 7. I repeat, we survived. The planet is destroyed. The machine enemy is gone. We need rescue. Any ship, any station. Hear this call. We are alive. Humanity is alive. Repeat, we survived the death planet." The screen flickered. The signal was sent. Silence filled the shuttle. Jensen sighed. "Power's gone. That was our only chance." Ava sat down slowly. "We wait and hope." Leo smiled faintly. "Hope is enough. For now." For long hours they floated in space. No words. Just the soft hum of the dying ship. The stars outside shone cold and bright. Then, the radio clicked. A voice. Faint, distant, but real. "Falcon's Pride. Do you copy? This is Earth Colony Command Station 7. We read your signal. Survivors detected. Hold position. Rescue ships en route. Repeat, you are not alone." The crew gasped. Blake laughed softly. "They heard us. They're coming." Jensen leaned back, closing his eyes. "We're saved." Ava smiled. "We made it, Captain. You were right." Leo smiled too, feeling the weight lift from his chest. "We lived when no one else did," he said. "And the galaxy will know the truth. The death planet is gone. No more ships will die there. No more crews lost." A new light blinked on the screen. A rescue ship's signal. Close, friendly. Commander Blake wiped her eyes. "Home. After so long. We're finally going home." But then Ava's face darkened. "Captain, look." On the screen, another signal appeared. Faint, strange, alien. Leo frowned. "What is that?" Jensen sat up fast. "It's not human. Not from the rescue fleet." The alien signal pulsed, slow, strong, like a heartbeat. A voice whispered from the speaker. Not words, just a feeling. Cold. Hungry. Ava gripped, her rifle tight. "Something's watching us from far away." Leo stared at the screen. The message was clear. Vrac 7 was destroyed, but its masters, whoever had built the machine heart, were still out there, watching, waiting. The danger was not over, not yet. Leo turned to his crew. "We lived through the worst," he said. "We can live through anything. Whatever comes next, we'll be ready." Jensen smiled weakly. "Humans never die easy." Ava grinned. "We fight. That's what we do." Commander Blake nodded. "We survive. Always." Outside, the rescue ships approached, bright lights in the dark. Home was close. Safety. Rest. But the message, the whisper, stayed in the air, a warning from the darkness. The death planet was gone, but the war was just beginning. Leo smiled coldly. "Let them come," he said softly. "Next time, we fight them on purpose." The crew laughed, tired but strong. For humans, every ending was just the start of a new battle, and the galaxy would never forget the people who escaped the planet of death, the ones who proved that Humans could survive anything, even the impossible. The rescue ship surrounded the broken shuttle of Falcon's Pride. Powerful lights filled the darkness. Tractor beams pulled the small ship into the large hangar bay of the Earth Colony Command Cruiser, Hope's Light. Inside the hangar, medical teams rushed forward. Soldiers stood ready, weapons in hand, scanning for danger. Engineers checked the shuttle for strange signals. Captain Leo Grant stepped out first. His face was dirty, his uniform torn, but his eyes were sharp, alive. Commander Blake and Ava followed, helping the tired crew. A young officer ran to them. "Sir, are you really from Falcon's Pride? Are you the ones who escaped the Death Planet?" Leo smiled weakly. "Yes, we survived Vrac 7. The machine heart is gone. The Death Planet is no more." The crew in the hangar gasped. "You did." "The impossible," the officer whispered. "Earth Command wants to see you immediately." As medics took the wounded crew to safety, Leo, Ava, Blake, and Jensen were rushed to the ship's war room. Screens covered the walls showing distant planets, ships, and coded signals. Admiral Rains appeared on the main screen. Her eyes were cold, sharp as steel. "Captain Grant," she said. "Report. What did you see on Vrac 7? Leo stood tall. "A living planet, controlled by a machine mind, a trap made to crash ships and steal their crews. But we destroyed its brain. Vrac 7 is finished." The Admiral nodded. "We detected its destruction from deep space. The shockwave was massive. You stopped a great threat to humanity." Then, the Admiral's face darkened. "But we also caught something else. A signal. Alien. Unknown. It came after the planet died. You received it too, didn't you?" Leo glanced at Ava. She nodded. "Yes, Admiral," Leo said. "A warning. Someone else was watching, someone greater. The builders of the machine heart. They are still out there." The room went silent. "We traced the signal," the Admiral said. "It came from the edge of known space, a sector never explored. We believe this was only the first attack, the first of many." Jensen stepped forward. His leg was wrapped in bandages, but his voice was strong. "Admiral, the machine on Vrac 7 said something before it died. It spoke like it was part of something larger, like a scout or a servant." Blake nodded. "It wasn't the master, just a weapon. The real enemy is coming." The Admiral's face hardened. "That is what we fear. And now, we prepare for war." On the screens, images changed, showing fleets of Earth warships gathering, loading weapons, training soldiers. The Council of Planets has declared red alert across the colonies. Every ship, every station, every soldier is preparing. This may be the biggest threat mankind has ever faced." Leo smiled coldly. "Good. Let them come. We'll fight them, like we fought Vrac 7. The Admiral smiled faintly. "That's why you and your crew will lead the first mission, Captain. You survived the machine planet. You understand what we're facing," Jensen groaned. "Another mission? We just survived death itself." Ava grinned. "We're alive, Jensen. That means more fighting. Get used to it." Commander Blake laughed softly. "Humans never rest, not when there's a war to win." The Admiral's voice turned firm. "You have 1 week to rest. After that, you will command the new ship Iron Will, fast, strong, built for the unknown. Your orders: find these builders, discover their strength, and if you can, strike first." Leo felt pride in his chest. A new ship, a new mission, a new chance to protect Earth. He saluted. "Understood, Admiral. We'll be ready." The screen went dark. Ava slapped Leo's arm. "Captain of the Iron Will, sounds good." Jensen groaned. "I miss the days when space was boring." Blake smiled. "It was never boring. We were just lucky, until now." Leo looked at his crew, tired, hurt, but strong. "We survived Vrac 7. We'll survive this too. And we'll fight harder than anyone out there. The builders think they can scare humanity. They've made the worst mistake of their lives." He turned toward the hangar window. Far in the distance, the stars burned cold and bright. Somewhere out there, in the dark, The true enemy was waiting, but so were the humans. A new war had begun, and this time, humanity would strike first. Captain Leo Grant climbed down the dark shaft. The air grew hotter, heavier with every step. Strange whispers filled the metal walls. The planet was speaking again, deep in his mind. "Turn back, human. You cannot stop me." But Leo gripped the ladder tighter. He would not stop. His crew was down here. The planet would not win. Ava followed close behind. Her alien rifle was loaded, ready. Behind her, Jensen coughed weakly, holding his broken ribs. But he kept going. Below them was the machine heart, the brain of Rack 7, the source of the machines. The enemy behind every trap, every horror. The shaft ended in a wide tunnel. Lights blinked on in the floor, cold, blue and white. The walls were smooth metal, covered with strange patterns and wires that moved like veins. "This is the heart," Jensen whispered. "I can feel it. In my head. Like a pressure." Ava pointed her rifle down the tunnel. "Stay sharp. It knows we're here. It's watching us." They moved slowly, carefully. Every sound echoed. Every step felt loud. Then they saw it. A great chamber opened before them, and in the center, the machine heart. It was huge. A black sphere floating above the floor. Cables and wires stretched from it into the walls, the ceiling, the floor, like a spider's web. Lights blinked deep inside the sphere like eyes. Energy hummed in the air. The ground shook softly, as if the planet was breathing. Leo stared, feeling small. "This controls everything?" Ava nodded. "Yes, the ship's crashing, the machines, the voices, all from here. This is the master brain." Jensen pointed to the side of the sphere. "Look, cells, prison pods, rows of small cages lined the wall. Inside, humans, his crew." Leo ran to them. "Captain," a voice cried. It was Commander Blake, his first officer. Her face was pale, dirty, but alive. "Blake," Leo shouted. "We're here. We'll get you out." But the cages were sealed with strange metal locks. No keyhole, no control panel. A deep voice filled the chamber. "They stay. They are mine. You will join them." The sphere glowed brighter. Energy crackled in the air. From the walls, the machines came. Tall, sharp, silent. Ava raised her rifle. "We fight here. No running." Leo pulled his pistol. "For the crew. For Earth." The machines rushed forward. The battle began. Ava fired first. Blue energy blasts cut through the metal guardians. Two fell, sparks flying. Jensen grabbed a broken alien gun from the floor, blasting another to pieces. But more came, from the ceiling, from the walls. Endless machines. Leo shot fast, taking down one, then another. But they kept coming, claws slashing. Blades spinning. Sparks flew. Metal screamed. One machine jumped at Ava. She ducked, firing into its chest. It exploded in flame. Jensen fell, crying out. A machine stabbed his leg. Leo fired, saving him. But the swarm was closing fast. "We can't hold them," Ava shouted. Leo looked at the machine heart. Its lights blinked faster, watching the fight. Then he saw it. A crack. A weak spot. On the side of the sphere. A damaged panel. Small. Barely visible. "Ava. There. The panel." Leo pointed. Ava fired. Her blast hit the weak spot. The sphere shook. Lights flickered. The machines paused, confused. "Again!" Leo shouted. They both fired, again and again, hitting the crack. The sphere shuddered. Sparks flying. The machines twitched, falling still for a moment. Jensen crawled to the cages. "I can open them. Keep the machines back." Ava and Leo fired wildly, holding the machines away. Jensen ripped wires from the wall, connecting them to the cage locks. Sparks flew. The locks clicked open. "Go! Run!" Leo shouted to his crew. Commander Blake and the survivors stumbled out, weak, hurt, but alive. "Where do we go?" Blake cried. Leo fired again. "Up the shaft, back to the surface, go!" Jensen helped the wounded crew toward the shaft. Ava covered them, blasting more machines. The machine heart screamed, a deep, Terrible sound. The sphere cracked wide. Energy burst out, shaking the chamber. Leo aimed at the glowing core inside the sphere. Let's finish this. He fired, Ava fired. The core exploded. A great flash of light filled the chamber. The walls shook, the floor cracked, the machines fell, lifeless, sparks rained down like fire. The machine heart died. The planet screamed, "No, you cannot." But it was too late. The brain was destroyed. The enemy was dead. Go. Ava grabbed Leo's arm. Before this place falls apart. They ran. Behind them, the chamber collapsed. Fire and smoke filled the tunnels. The ground split. The walls broke. The planet's last strength failed. They reached the shaft. Jensen pulled the last crew member up. Leo climbed fast. Ava followed. Above them, the sky, cold, free. They stood on the surface. The ground rumbled below. The graveyard of ships cracked. The planet shook. But they were safe. Leo breathed deeply. They had won. The death planet had taken millions. But not them. Not this time. Captain Leo Grant stood on the broken surface of Vrac 7. The ground trembled under his feet. Deep cracks spread across the planet's skin. Smoke and fire poured from the tunnels below. Ava looked at the sky. The planet is dying. We destroyed its brain. It can't survive now. Behind them, Jensen helped the rescued crew. Some limped. Some held their sides. All were tired and weak, but alive. Commander Blake grabbed Leo's shoulder. "Captain, oh, what now? Our ship is gone. How do we leave this place?" Leo pointed at the graveyard of ships. "There. We build one." Ava shook her head. "It's impossible. The wrecks are dead. No fuel. No power." Leo smiled. "We make it work. Humans never give up. Not today." The ground shook harder. Explosions echoed from below. The planet groaned. Its last breath. The sky turned red. "Move," Leo shouted. "To the ships, now!" They ran across the field of broken metal. Old human ships, alien ships, strange machines, pieces of hundreds of dead vessels lay in the dirt. This was the graveyard, silent for years. Not anymore. Leo found an old human shuttle. Its body was burned, but the frame was strong. This one. "We fixed this," Jensen limped over. "I'll check the core, maybe I can make it run again." Ava pulled cables from a nearby alien fighter. "I can boost the power cells, make them work with human tech." Blake gathered the crew. "Everyone, find parts, fuel cells, weapons, tools, hurry!" The planet shook again. A giant crack split the ground behind them. Lava poured out, glowing hot. The machines underground were melting. The tunnels were falling. Time was running out. "We've got maybe 1 hour," Ava shouted. "Then this place explodes." Jensen crawled under the shuttle. His hands worked fast, connecting wires, rebuilding. The old engine. Leo dragged a fusion cell from a broken alien ship. Heavy, dangerous, but full of power. "This will fly us off this hell," he said. Ava smiled, wiping sweat from her face. "If it doesn't kill us first." The ground shook again. A nearby ship fell into the cracks. Flames shot into the sky. The planet was breaking apart. Jensen shouted, "The core is ready. I've got power." Ava slammed the fusion cell into place. Sparks flew. Lights blinked on. The shuttle came to life. Leo jumped into the cockpit. The controls flickered. Old screens lit up. Engines hummed. "We have power!" Leo yelled. "Get inside!" Now the crew ran for the shuttle. One by one they climbed in, limping, bleeding, exhausted, but alive. Ava jumped into the co-pilot seat. Jensen collapsed on the floor, breathing hard. "Ready," she said. Leo gripped the controls. "Let's leave this graveyard forever, the way." Engines roared. The shuttle lifted off the ground, slowly, shakily, but rising. Below, the planet cracked wide. Fire and ash burst into the sky. The graveyard of ships fell into darkness. The shuttle climbed higher. The ground split open. Lava swallowed everything. The machines, the tunnels, the machine heart Vrac 7 was dying. "Full power," Leo shouted. The engines screamed. The shuttle sped upward, through smoke, fire, falling metal, a giant piece of... A ship crashed down behind them. Commander Blake cried, "Faster, Captain!" Faster. Leo pushed the throttle. The shuttle shot into the sky. The red clouds opened. Stars appeared above. They were free. Below, Vrax 7 burned. The death planet cracked apart. Its surface broke into pieces. Flames shot into space. The planet exploded. A great light filled the black sky. The shockwave hit the shuttle, shaking, rattling, throwing it like a toy. "Hold on," Leo yelled. The ship spun. Alarms screamed. Metal groaned. Ava gripped the controls. "Stabilizing, hang on." The shuttle turned, leveled, slowed. Silence. Stars shone bright outside the window. The death planet was gone. Leo leaned back, breathing hard. "We made it." The crew cheered. Weak, but joyful. "Survivors." Commander Blake smiled. "Where do we go now, Captain?" Leo looked at the dark sky. "Anywhere but here." Jensen groaned from the floor. "We've got some fuel. Enough to reach a signal station. Maybe send a call for help." Ava checked the systems. "Life support is good. Engine stable. We can make it." Leo smiled. "Then let's go home." A new hope filled the cabin. The nightmare was over. The planet that killed thousands was dead, but the humans who refused to die had won. No alien world, no monster machine, no living planet could break the human spirit. Not today. Not ever.